This is a case for the Mondays. Today we will give you our case on why the Warriors are scoring 3 points a minute, what good a private chef is, and how Caleb was right twice. It's all right here. We'll be back right after this. Welcome to A Case for the Mondays. I am Adam Marino, that steady constant, always here for you. With me, of course, hailing from a mess he calls his office, is Caleb Westra. And joining us actually today on the alleged show is Josh Raber, Chef Josh Raber, Premier Chef Josh Raber. Is that enough?
Put some respect on the name.
Put some respect?
Son of Papa Raber.
Thanks for joining us, Josh. How's it going, man?
Hey, big shout out to my guys over here. Love the podcast. So happy to be here. Been looking forward to it since day one.
Awesome.
One listener. And now I'm here.
Now, I've never met you before. How do you know Caleb?
CJ and I grew up.
No one cares. So we will get into opening case. As most of you know, this is our water cooler talk. What is going on that has everyone talking right now? And we are in the thick of it because it is the NBA playoffs. And we also find out that Caleb was right. Had the MVP. I had Joel Embiid. And you had the Joker.
You got to be joking me,
Yeah,
dude.
I
He
mean-
won back-to-back years.
Yeah. So you were correct. But keep your shirt on. That is correct.
That is correct. Spanish Armada.
For the record-
That is correct.
For the record, I wouldn't have picked either of those guys. I was going to go Giannis.
Giannis.
Well,
but
you're a homer.
We literally said that in one of our first episodes that you could give it to any of those three.
Those three were-
and it would
yep.
be. So Joker, though. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, we looked up some numbers, and my man Josh over here has the stats, but he's the best center in the past 20 years. I mean, last time somebody won as a center was Duncan in 2002. He won it back-to-back, and now Joker's won it back-to-back 21 and 22.
Yeah.
And his stats are better, line up, if not better, than Duncan's and
so
Shaq's.
Duncan back in 02, 03 was averaging 25, 12, and 4.
Okay.
Joker in 2020 hit 26, 11, and 8. And then this past year was 27, 14, and 8.
Man.
So,
Back to
I mean, like, sleeper.
You can't argue
but
against it, right?
Best center by numbers in MVPs in the last 20 years.
Yeah. There's no. I mean, we said it a long time ago that we would be okay with Embiid, Giannis, or obviously, and Joker did take it. I feel like Joker didn't have a bad enough season to not defend his
Yeah.
MVP title. And it was the same when I thought when Steph Curry did the same thing.
Yeah.
He didn't do enough
To
to
lose it.
lose it. And
Yeah.
so I feel like, okay, that's fair.
It's yours to lose, basically, especially when you win back-to-back. I think if Milwaukee would have been the 1 seed, I think Giannis
It's-
might have had a better shot of
It's possible.
being
yeah.
in there. And same with Joel. I mean, now he has got rid of Ben Simmons, added Harden. They're tied 2-2, and that's kind of what that kind of brings us into our next case. I mean, NBA playoffs right now are crazy.
Yeah, so everyone is 2-2 except for the teams that have to play tonight, and there's an opportunity for that to happen.
Yes.
Because Golden State, if they lose, that'll be 2-2, and then if Boston wins, that'll be 2-2.
Yeah.
So, but everyone else is 2-2. You talk about two old stars that we thought were going opposite directions. Then all of a sudden, James Harden back in his bag, 31, 7, and 9.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, we thought was going one way. He had 5, 5, and 7. Womp womp.
Womp, womp, womp.
James Harden was back to peak performance, though.
That step back
was-
with a minute left.
Dude, and he got fouled too. They didn't call it, but he got fouled, and dude, it was like
Well,
it's
he
like
flopped.
it's like a dagger though. Like it's like straight, like the net didn't move.
Right.
Like that's why I love like his shot, dude. It's crazy. I'm happy.
Lefty swag.
Regardless if we go anywhere with Philly. When I say we, I mean me and James Harden because we're a duo.
Can't
The
have one
only
without the
better
other.
duo that I'm in is me and Marino. But Yeah, so I'm happy for Hard. I just want him to win one ring by the time he retires, but I just wanted him to do better than Brooklyn, and obviously they're doing better than Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was talking to Luigi, who was on the show a few weeks ago, about what other teams. Obviously, I'm a Warriors fan, and I want them to win every game by 40, which they did almost. But no, as far as the other teams, when you look at like Miami, they have 6 guys that you don't mind them playing the sport of basketball, where it's like, so Oladipo's off the bench.
Yeah.
You got your boy from Michigan
Oh
coming
yeah,
off the bench.
dude, he hasn't been playing much,
I know,
bro.
I know. But
Crazy.
but
Anyway,
you still
sorry.
like him,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
like great, like
Tyler Hero. I mean, he's cocky, whatever, but it's hard not to like the guy.
we're seeing this
And then
bubble team grow.
Adebayo. I mean,
Bam
Jimmy
is one of my
Butler.
yeah,
So I just named guys. I just named half
Udonis
the team.
Haslem.
I just named half the team.
Yeah.
And what we were saying is, look, if you like half the guys on a team, guess what? You like the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of like the Miami Heat.
Well, yeah, and that's what like my thing with basketball is I love like there's many teams that I love watching, I love playing, or watch playing, and like I'll admit, yeah, I'm a bandwagon when it comes to that stuff. Like Michigan, like college sports, boom, Michigan all the way. That's through and through. That's all that is.
Well,
Go
it's
blue.
good. It's good you didn't stay with the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
So yeah, I mean, like we said, the Warriors are up 2-1. They play later tonight. Also, the Fighting Giannis's with Middleton still out is doing the Bucks are doing their thing. But the Suns series, I thought they would be up. I didn't know if they would lose the way that they were playing those in the first, when they were first in Phoenix. And now Luka doesn't have any help.
No.
And they're still,
Which is why I don't think they'll take the series.
well, of course, I mean,
But can Luka do it by himself? Can he be that LeBron, like, or that Kobe, and just take over series? Not the finals, but like a series.
not an entire series, not against the Suns, but
Who needs to step
a
up?
couple
for,
games?
Who needs to step up for the Mavs for them to win?
the coaching staff.
The GM.
Bruh,
Wait, isn't it Jason Kidd?
he's not the GM, he's the coach.
No, that's what I'm saying. You say coaching staff. So I
Yeah.
was like, isn't that Jason?
I'm just
Kidd?
kidding, like Jason.
I'm just kidding.
But-
like Jason.
But no,
boy.
Brunson, lefty swag.
Yeah, Brunson. Yeah,
does need
Jalen
to-
Brunson needs to step up.
And I mean, the man dropped 30 not that long ago, and he's not even like a starter.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Who's driving this bus?
Adam, your team is the Golden State Warriors.
yes.
That's no secret.
Golden State Warriors.
When Steph Curry has a bad game, who steps up? and
well, I
drops
can
their-
name
Jordan
you
Poole.
6. Yeah, but I can name 6 guys that can step up.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Klay
the,
Thompson,
and the
Jordan
Mavericks don't have
Poole.
that. The Mavericks don't have a
And
lineup
that's
of
why-
guys that
Gabe-
can score drop.
Yeah.
30
no
points a-
question. And speaking of the Warriors, so the amount of points that they scored, 142, it's 2.95 points a minute, which is insane.
Insane.
And
In
you
the
look at
membrane.
and you really look at why it's happening. Shooting makes the world go round
It
in
does.
the
It
NBA.
really
And
does.
if you have guys that can spot up and shoot from Wiggins to Poole to Thompson and Curry, and Draymond Green is literally setting a screen with the ball in his hand
Yeah.
at the top of the key, holding the ball, and then setting a screen with his butt, sticking his butt out, and then having a shooter flare and get open, and then there's nothing you can do. You can't leave because Jordan Poole's in the corner now.
Yeah.
And Clay's just chilling. So that's the way you score 142 points against a playoff defense. Memphis is not known for their defense, but they still made the playoffs, and they still are a good team.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close.
No, yeah. And I'm really excited. I know last week I said, for John Morant, are you gonna like roll over and die, or are you gonna? And he came out swinging. Now he did get hurt. We talked about that way
We'll talk
later
about that
in the
Yeah,
show.
later
that
in
we'll
the
find
show.
a way to come out
but
later. Yeah.
but at the same time, like he came out that second game really fighting. He threw haymakers back, and they won 106-100. So 6-point win, but a 6-point win is a win. Win's a win. You
Right.
know?
Well, and you could see even on his defense, he was after the ball every possession. Didn't matter who he had to guard.
I'm just excited for the future for him.
Oh.
Regardless of the series, like we're gonna see maybe one of when we look right now. You look at Curry, Westbrook, Even Giannis a little younger, but Curry, Westbrook, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, like all the like guys like that, like James Harden, like they're all in the same like within 4 years of going into the league together, right?
Right.
And then they play like this, and then that's the consistent all-stars
And there's the new blood.
and the new blood. So we're gonna see guys like
Ja,
Tatum and
yeah.
Ja, but like, when is that? Is it gonna peak like quicker than when those guys did? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It depends on these guys.
we're seeing the passing of the torch. That's more what I'm getting at.
Yeah, if guys can stop going 4 for 19 and 0 for 6 from 3-point, then I think they'll be okay. And that's what Tatum needs to not do.
Yeah.
You can't go 0 for 6 for 3 and 4 for 19 and be the guy.
It's because we talked about him so much on the show. I think that's why he sucks now. So screw you.
Well,
I
And
think
then they
the-
might win tonight. Tatum, you suck.
whatever the bet is on his points, I would take the over probably. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to be
I
frustrated.
mean, it's desperation mode too. Is Marcus Smart coming back at all in this?
Yeah.
series?
He already played.
And he already did. That's what I thought, but I didn't know. I thought he got hurt again, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, so here's what happened. The way that Boston lost the last game was Marcus Smart missed a free throw on purpose, and then it was rebounded, put back again by Al Horford at the buzzer and didn't count. That would have tied the game.
Oh,
That's how they lost.
so they're definitely winning. Okay, we'll get into that too. Oh, do you guys agree with Tannehill?
So Ryan Tannehill of the Tennessee Titans has said that his job is not to mentor the next guy.
Yeah.
It's not his job.
I agree with him because this is the thing. You wouldn't sit here and be like I'm not just gonna have Dan Patrick's not gonna have us on the show and be like, oh, we're gonna mentor you because he knows this is what we're trying to get into. Like,
But
I mean, that's probably a bad analogy,
no,
but I'm just trying
that's
to
fair.
like.
But here's what Dan Patrick would need to say. Yeah, I'm here if they need, and then know in his head that no, I'm not helping these jokers.
Yeah.
But you have to say
So
the right
so you're
things
more
for
saying
the
say
network.
the right thing for the media. So media trained wise, Tannehill, that was a dick move.
The-
But
You can't say
deep
that.
down in the heart of hearts, we get you because this could be another Bledsoe Brady. This could be another Favre Rodgers. Like, we've seen it so many times in the NFL. And
He just
don't
didn't
get me
say
wrong,
the right thing. You
Yeah.
can't say that.
It's
He signed
one
it-
thing to know that in your heart you're not going to truly help them. It's another thing to admit it to everyone. I mean,
Yeah,
you are
dude.
under the public eye. Everyone is watching you, and you flat out blew it.
Yeah.
That was your chance.
You blow it.
Yeah, you just can't say that out loud. Even if you know deep down, like, no, screw this guy. You just can't say that, and which is basically what he did.
Yeah.
So we'll
brutal
see.
honesty.
Yeah, that's
But
you can't.
It's not.
Honey, does this shirt make me look fat? No, sweetie.
You look great.
Heck yeah.
no,
it
your
does.
face does.
Ha.
So no, you just don't do that. So, okay. So next, talking about last week, Casemaker, who in the world of sports made their case for having the best week, and so there was a horse that, if you look at odds, so what this horse was supposed to do was the exact same odds as the Jets last year.
to win the Super Bowl.
No, to get there.
Oh, well,
To
still.
get there.
But still, to win the AFC Championship,
To get to the
those
playoffs, it
are
should have
the
been-
odds. Those are the odds, right?
Yeah.
Not very good.
80-1.
So he made up 43 seconds time from being in 16th place to winning.
On the final stretch.
Unreal.
Like, it wasn't even just at the beginning of the race. Like, literally, they were on the final stretch. The announcers weren't calling anything for him.
Rich Strike.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, they're like, oh, these guys are going neck to neck. And then Rich Strike's like, phew.
And then they're like, "Oh, Rich Strike won." Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I say that right? Rich
Yeah.
Rich Strike, he won the race 80-1.
So we talked about, like, how much it cost to buy him.
$30,000.
And what's the average?
The average racehorse, if you want a stud fee for a racehorse, to give you a feel, the American Pharoah won the Triple Crown back in 2015.
Yeah.
His stud fee right now, if you want one of his offspring, you're going to pay somewhere between $80,000 and $100,000 for somebody from American Pharoah. And this horse, the whole horse, was bought for $30,000.
The entire horse.
And he won $1.86 million.
Talk about a return on investment.
Yes, and now his offspring. And what if now, like, are they guaranteed a like higher spot? Like, how does horse racing work? Like, are you guaranteed a top spot now in like the next like the Preakness and stuff
he has
like
to
that?
move up a class like high school.
Yeah,
So
you're going to 6A.
the odds I
You
can
pulled off an upset.
I can guarantee you his odds will be better than 80-1. He will definitely race the next.
But I'm saying,
Triple
like,
Crown race.
out of like, is there a positioning, like when they're at the gates? Is there a better position? Like, you know, Mario Kart, you win the race, you get the number 1 pole spot in Mario Kart.
Everybody's lining up in a straight line.
I get that, but is
horizontally.
there,
They might
an
go
advantage of like an inside track, middle track? Like,
middle
that's
track,
more what I'm.
inside track. That's a good question. We'd have to do some more research.
Yeah.
The thing that blew me away though was the underdog story that comes from Rich Strike. Right, Rich Strike's father, Keen Ice. So his sire actually beat American Pharoah in the 2015 season at the Traverse Stakes.
I think I'm gonna make a seltzer named Keen Ice.
Keen Ice.
Yeah, let's do it. When
And-
we get famous.
Then his grandfather, so Keen Ice's sire, actually won the Preakness in 07, won the Breeders' Cup in 07, and took 3rd place in the Kentucky Derby. And his odds were still 80-1. Like,
Yeah.
that bloodline is insane,
Yeah.
and
It's
nobody
because
was
he was
betting
bought
on
for
him.
$30,000.
Yeah, he was bought for $30,000.
It's like when you find like when like an old guy dies and he has a lot of like crazy stuff that nobody knows about, and they have an estate sale and you get it like for a super discount price, even though it's like invaluable.
Yeah, so what's next for Rich Strike? He's probably going to run some more races this year. The more he wins, obviously, the more his stock value goes up,
Yeah.
as with any sport. Fun fact, though, the most expensive stud fee in North America for a racehorse can be found from none other than a horse named Into Mischief. You can look him up. His stud fee right now is going for $250,000.
And tell us
Per
when
foal.
the last time he raced was 18 years ago.
I think his last race was 18 years ago.
Is it the last one, like win or last?
I think
race?
that was when he retired.
like retired. Okay.
I believe. And his stock has gone up and down. It fluctuates as more and more horses win that he bred, but it's sold as high as $400,000.
And then did you say he has 43?
I think he has 89 horses
89
racing right now.
racing. That's
89 of
crazy.
his children are racing.
These are
And-
my children.
His children have won $43 million worth of purse in just the last 2 years. So 2020 and
What
2021.
did Drake say? Something about all my children. And then he was like, "That's who you think's gonna come up, bruh. All my children."
And he didn't do what? Jeez.
Yeah.
80.
He's got 89,
89.
offspring. And they're winning
Dude.
somewhere between. I mean, the number that I found today, they broke the record. He broke his own record. So in 2020, his offspring had a purse of $19 million in winnings.
That's a lot of.
And then he broke it again in 2021 and $24 million worth of winnings.
Bro, he's probably stayed in shape by having 89 kids.
Yeah.
By
he's
producing. That's
Captain Stabbin.
Captain's.
Getting after it.
That should be the next horse that he.
Captain
Captain Stabbin.
I mean, if that's not a perfect way to end the segment, I'm not sure
Yeah.
like what else there is. Yeah. So Casemaker, definitely Rich Strike. I don't know if I would bet on him again.
I would.
I mean, I guess you have to, right? So speaking of betting, that is going to be the next segment. So we know Case Locks is where we talk about the lock of the week, so we can win you guys some money. So last week we were 13-8, and how did we do?
We won one game.
And who won that one?
I did. So that's the second time I've won. Oh boy.
Probably.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What game was that?
That was the when I talked about John Morant, and I said that I need Memphis to win, and I
Yep.
need John to come back, and they won 106-100.
Yep. And then I had, because Carlos Rondon was pitching,
Yeah.
I had him against the Giants, and they screwed the pooch.
Well, they're playing the Dodgers, so
So, yep.
remember
and
I
then,
said we picked the Dodgers until we tell you not to.
I know.
bet the
Bit of a
Swine.
homer pick. I was really.
It's
trying.
okay. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
All right. So what was the? How do we do in the parlay?
So the par we had on May 3rd, we had the Brewers. They won 6-3 over Cincinnati Reds. Then we had the Astros on May 7th. They won 3-2 over my Detroit Tigers.
Yep.
And then the Royals smacked St. Louis, and we had St. Louis, and Royals beat them 7-1 on May 3rd.
Everyone makes mistakes. So that
Everybody has those days.
so that takes us now to what's our record now?
14-10.
Okay, so still 4 games above, so you're still making money. And this week we're gonna make you some more picks because we did get with our chef here on.
And he cooked us up a par.
So what do we have going for the parlay?
So, breaking news: the Reds, in spite of the fact that they finally won their first series of the year, still suck.
Are really bad.
And they have the Brewers coming back into town.
Okay.
And we're taking the Brew Crew
We're
because they
taking
won
the
us
Brew Crew.
money.
Got to.
Got to. That's May 10th.
Yep.
You're betting on the Brewers over the Reds in Cincinnati.
Okay.
The next pick is also on the 10th. We're going to the NBA. Phoenix hosts Dallas in Game 5.
Yeah.
And they will go up 3-2.
And Chris Paul will score more than 5 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the second leg of the parlay. And then I went to the NHL for the third pick. We have Boston traveling to Carolina. Carolina is the number 1 seed in their division.
That's
Boston is
also
the
May-
number 4.
Also May 10th.
Also May 10th, correct. Carolina is also outscored the Bruins 10-3 in games 1 and 2 when they were playing at home. So they're coming back home for Game 5, also May 10th. And that was were the 3 that I would put together in a parlay.
Yep.
Westra, you had a couple other ideas. That,
So we wanted to, and if you can, whatever, but we wanted to pick Boston in Game 6. No,
That's your
Game
lock, I thought. That's your lock.
no,
No?
wait. Oh, yeah. We wanted to pick Milwaukee
in Game 6
in Game 6.
on Friday.
Because we assume that Boston will win.
Win on Wednesday. So that's my lock is Boston wins in the Garden, maybe down 3-1. We don't know. After tonight, we'll see. But regardless, if it's 2-2 or 3-1, I think they win in Boston. I mean, they're a good enough team to not lose that bad,
Yeah.
But we'll see. We shall
And-
see. Tatum's got to do something big. So Boston, let's win one for the Gipper.
And I'm going with not tonight, but their next game. I'm going with Golden State because Ja. I think if Jordan Poole can hurt his knee again with that little baby, little hand move, we'll
Baby
talk about
Yoda
that.
move.
Yeah, baby Yoda. The child. So yeah, I have the Warriors. So we'll check in and see how we do on our picks. But now our favorite segment is always brought to you by Brewhound Bus. So based out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Brewhound lets you tour the brewery, winery, and late night scene, and will even pick you up from your house and get you back safely. So bring your drinks on board and ride with Brewhound, and you can book your tour by going to brewhoundbus.com.
Book it.
So, best case scenario is always our top 5 list. So, best case scenario today is you're watching the big game. I think of the Super Bowl when I think big game,
Yeah.
but it could be the NBA Finals. It could be whoever's playing against the Reds. It could be, whatever your big game is. And you have a premier chef that you have hired that will make you any 5 items that you want.
Yep.
So that is what we're going with today. If you can pick any 5 items, what is your best case scenario? So Josh,
1
what
or 5 through 1.
now? Let me ask you a question. Did you take this as your what you truly would want if you were to hire a chef, or being a chef yourself, or you're like, ooh, I would love to make this?
So
How did you take that?
everything on this list is stuff that I have made before, with the exception of one. Some of them have been for game days.
Okay.
for
For the Super Bowl, for the NCAA playoffs, for
you've cooked for the Tin Caps though.
I have cooked for the Tin
and,
Caps.
in opposing teams sometimes
and
too.
opposing teams. Every opposing team got fed by us post game.
Sure.
The Tin Caps only got to eat pre and post game. They love their spicy food, by the way. Hot sauce on everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah. When you ask them if they need anything else, it's like, yo, you got a bottle of hot sauce.
yeah.
That's it. Cholula, Tabasco, they don't even care.
You
Frank's,
name it.
and it's theirs. They want hot
Red
sauce.
hot.
Red
I'm
hot.
just kidding.
All of it. That's what they want.
So you've made 4 of these items.
I've made 4 of these items personally. Love them. It was hard to rank because I am a chef which one I would take over everything. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, okay, I got it.
So all right. So now I'm excited to hear
Yeah.
your list then.
So starting at number 5, like one of the things that I could eat every week and never get tired of is tacos.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking
Yes.
like Taco Bell tacos. I'm talking like I would love to make homemade tortillas. I haven't got that skill yet, but I can go buy corn tortillas. I will grill off some steak,
Yeah.
give me some onions, cilantro,
Some
and lime
carne
juice,
asada.
or pork carnitas on
Yeah.
the grill or whatever. I would do a taco bar.
Okay, that's what I was
have
gonna
the
say.
chef
A
make
taco
taco
bar,
bar.
like
Yeah.
we're
Like
okay.
Happy Gnome tacos. Like, but you make, like a chef would make
you're,
them. For
you're
you.
making.
Yeah, like,
You're gonna have him make 3 or 4 proteins. You're gonna have him, make the tortillas from scratch.
Yeah.
Fresh salsa, obviously, guacamole if that's your
Yeah.
type. I'm a big guac guy. I make it all the time. Ask my wife; she'll tell you. I make a lot of guac.
we can-
Whenever I can find fresh avocados,
I found all the
Indiana
guac.
landlocked. Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
get
Hey,
avocados here.
I
but
found all the guac.
got the guac. Yeah.
Right. That's for sure.
Uh,
So
all
number
right.
5,
Okay. Next.
taco bar. Number 4. Well, do you guys want to share your 5? or are we
no,
going
you go
5?
all you.
We're
5.
excited on
Number
yours.
Yeah.
4. So this is one that I don't make at home. My wife is allergic to shellfish, and it's a tragedy.
Mm.
I love shrimp. I love crab. I love lobster, seafood. You name it, I want it. So number 4 would be like a Louisiana crawfish boil
Like a, yeah.
with
like a
all
more
the seafood. I want the king crab. I want the lobster tail. I want
jumbo
the shrimp.
shrimp,
Jumbo
scampi,
shrimp.
shrimp
Right.
on the barbie.
Bubba gump, shrimp coat. I want it all in the pot with the sausage,
Shrimp
the potatoes, the
fried rice.
corn. Shrimp boil. That'd be number 4.
Okay.
This is where it got tough though, because 3, 2, and 1 are all like, man,
Blast
neck
off.
and neck, and these are ones I make at home all the time. But at number 3, you've got wings and ribs.
Oh,
The combination of barbecue. I mean, honestly, it could be any barbecue, but wings and ribs are my top 2.
Yeah.
And if you go to any of the restaurants here in Fort Wayne, you can usually find a platter with both.
Right.
So
Dude, I hate
wings
like
and ribs.
average ribs. Like average ribs are the worst.
do it right or don't do it.
Yeah,
right.
or don't like. If you're not good, then I don't want it.
Yep. So, and I make ribs regularly. I make wings at least twice a month at home. Smoke them on my Pit Boss. Shout out to Pit Boss, future sponsor.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
take it if you got it.
Right.
That
So-
or Traeger, whoever wants to.
yeah. I mean, I'm not picky, but so barbecue for number 3. Number 2, steak and fries. Porterhouse preferred, but steak and fries. I could eat steak
Every
5
meal.
times a week
Yes.
and
Oh,
not get
yeah.
tired of it.
No, for
And
sure.
Being a
Dude.
guy who raises it, I can appreciate a good steak.
Yeah.
I can also hate on a terrible steak.
Yeah.
So I want a good steak and a pile of
You
crispy
can
fries.
ask my friends that went on the cruise. Like every meal was like, because you order. They have a menu, but you can order as many entrees as you want.
Mm.
So I'd be like, I want 3 steaks.
I just want all of them.
I
Give
want
me-
3 steaks.
How many
a pork
entrees? All
chop.
of them.
Steak and eggs for breakfast, Philly cheesesteak for lunch, and a T-bone.
No,
The
like
Porterhouse.
Porterhouse for
you,
dinner.
you think I'm joking? Like that's
No,
literally-
we know you're not.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm fat.
All right, and then your
Number 1,
Yeah.
pizza. Wood fire artisan pizza, fresh crust, fresh sauce in the wood fire. Like
Pineapple.
Does pineapple?
no.
Does
Okay,
pineapple go
thank
on-
you. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
I think
No.
it does.
ask Gordon Ramsay, he'll tell you in a more colorful language that pineapple
Yeah.
doesn't belong on pizza. I will just tell you
Who's
pineapple
that?
has no place on pizza.
Pineapple's fire. Bro.
I think he's a famous chef from England, but I mean, I might have to do some more research to figure out who he is.
Yeah.
I've-
No, fruit does not. You don't
Wait,
put fruit
wait.
other
I
than
thought
tomato.
Gordon Ramsay played for the Rams.
Mm, good one.
Oh no, that's Jalen.
He lines up across from Aaron Donald.
Your 3 fans enjoyed that joke. So
Yeah,
what
so
is
wood fire
your
pizza.
what is your top 5?
So my 5 would have to be like, I feel like a good chocolate cake, like for dessert.
Yeah, I have chocolate
And-
in mine.
And that or like, I really love. So okay, 4 would be, then like have you had a Pizookie at
Oh yeah, what's
like the monkey bread?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's the cinnamon. So
Yeah.
that like that would be. I need my sweets first. So that's 4. That's 5 and 4, and then 3 would be like sides. So like grilled Mexican corn.
The elotes.
Yeah, and probably sometimes. So just Mexican in general, but the corn for the sides, fantastic. Chips and salsa, but like legit, like they have to be like the best salsa, like the perfect mix of it. And 2 would probably be steak. Yeah, like I said, like a butter seasoned steak where it's like melting off, and you got a potato with it. That'd be fantastic. And then number 1 would be like the best jumbo wings I've ever had. Wings, I can eat wings every day. That or like hand breaded chicken tenders.
I can make
But
both
they have
of
to
those.
be like
just for the
legit,
record.
but like legit chicken tenders, like
we'll
fancy.
make it happen sometime.
Man.
Either
We're-
NBA playoffs or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll
We
get
can
you
do
guys
something.
over. I'll whip up wings or breaded chicken tenders or both. We'll just
Count
do it.
me in. Oh man.
Oh man, got to.
Got
All right, so my top 5. I'll just go real quick so we can get to our last segment. But top 5 would be lasagna at number 5, made just the right way. At number 4 is bacon wrapped scallops.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like that's kind of like a chef like specialty kind
Yeah.
of thing, like they would enjoy doing. And then
It's not about the chef. It's about you.
right, but I think they would enjoy
Like,
that
if you
and make
think
it
a
really
chef
good.
and you're
Yeah.
like,
They would
ooh,
make it really
bacon wrap,
well,
like,
Bacon wrapped anything.
like you're not
honestly.
gonna go to like Applebee's and
Right,
have
it could
bacon
be
wrap scallops. Like,
bacon wrapped fingernails. I'm in. Like
I'm all about it. Sign me up.
I did be at bacon. All right, and then so this is a weird one, but I want a chef to do it, not at the county fair. Fried Oreos.
Oreos.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Because I just think that'd be good. And then I have fried chicken.
Yep.
And then done it like, when I think of a
Ooh,
chef,
fried
like
chicken.
making fried chicken, that it would be done right.
Yeah.
And then the last one, my number 1, is a chocolate fountain with everything you can
Everything.
think
See, I
So
left desserts
that
off
was-
the list just because, like,
of.
I'm
Right, you
I'm
could
a
just do
sweets
5.
guy.
You could just do 5 desserts.
I
and
could
be
do 5
done.
desserts.
Well,
no
and that's why
problem.
you heard me. I was like chocolate cake,
Chocolate cake.
Pizookie. Like I could
Right.
go
Get
down.
the dessert out of the
Like
way.
my mom makes this thing. Like I don't know if you had it, but it's literally a fried biscuit. And it's called a goober, and then you put ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, and pour like chocolate
Yeah,
syrup over
Mama
it.
Juice
It
made
is
me one.
So fire, dude.
Yeah.
So fire.
Can't have
Any
ice
chocolate
cream.
chip cookies? Any? Are you lactose?
Yeah, I gotta. Fairlife makes a good lactose-free
Ooh.
ice cream and
All that-
lactose-free milk, but
all
like,
that
well, so
spicy
you could
milk.
have you could
It's
have like
spicy milk.
you could have like sherbet and stuff, can't you?
a lot of those have dairy in them.
I
If
see.
you're
I
not
didn't
careful,
know.
You
See,
gotta look.
well, like an Italian ice, you could
Yeah,
do.
Italian ice you
Okay.
can definitely do. But like, I'm
Hawaiian
very happy
shaved
with
ice.
what Fairlife came out with.
I want a Hawaiian unshaved ice.
It's just a block covered in syrup, served on a platter or in a cup.
I bet a horse
weird-
would like that
How weird
sugar
is this
cube.
guy?
with his 1.86 million sugar cubes.
I could buy a lot of unshaved ice.
Oh, we're sorry for your ears. We're sorry. All right, so let's get into our final case. It's a good one. State your case is where we will find out who is right and who is wrong. And the topic for today is dirty play in sports getting out of hand? And what we were thinking of was what kind of sparked it was Dylan Brooks in the first 2 minutes of the game that Caleb picked was what Steve Kerr says he broke the code. So when he went in and knocked Gary Payton down, he was in the air and not able to brace himself. And so now Gary Payton is out for a month because of what Dylan Brooks did. And then supposedly, if you watch
Allegedly.
if you watch in slow motion, maybe it kind of looks like it, but in fast motion it does not.
Right.
That Jordan Poole from
University
the
of Michigan.
University of Michigan.
took Ja Morant's knee, and even Kenny Smith and Charles Barkley were making fun of it. Like, he kind of like grabbed his knee, and then all of a sudden, a minute later, Ja Morant got hurt, and it's that knee. Like, was that dirty?
And
like
then somehow he's probably gonna play tonight.
and Ja Morant actually tweeted, broke the code, and then deleted the tweet.
3 words, and that was it.
And then
Yeah,
deleted it. Like, someone's like, "Come on, bro, that's not." And he's like, "All right, I'll delete it." Probably.
Yeah, because they're like, dude, like, come on, we all saw you soft.
So one thing we were talking about is it really getting out of hand, or are we just scrutinizing every 5 seconds and stopping the game and like watching the video of it and like, dear Lord, do we have to, and like targeting where you're supposed to pull up within a second and not blast a guy when you're getting paid to blast the guy.
Yeah. Like, and I think too, like, I don't think that the players are getting dirty. I think the calls are getting softer.
Right.
So do you get what I'm saying?
No,
Like, I don't
agreed.
think it's getting dirty over time. I think it's being portrayed as that because the calls are getting softer, the officiating's getting softer, the
'cause
rules are changing.
Concussions.
And I get
it's
that,
changing.
and I understand that. But at the same time, there's a lot of like protecting. Okay, so here's my thought. So yes, concussions, CTE. They've done the research. Concussion with Will Smith, fantastic. It was the best thing compared, like with him in a concussion compared to the time he gave Chris Rock a concussion.
Right.
But other than that, no. So like my thing is like the what do you call it? Roughing the passer. Like
It's
some
a-
of those are
it's a
so
joke. Right. Right.
Unnecessary roughness.
yeah, like
It's a
roughing the
joke.
passer, like what? Like some of these guys, like because like you landed on top of him. Well,
And-
no, duh, I hit him.
Right.
What do you want?
I'm
me
a
to
360-pound defensive
Like,
lineman.
that's
My
what-
job
are
is
they
to hit
supposed
him.
are they supposed to levitate like Chris Paul in that commercial where he's just like
Player
How does
safety
he do
is yeah. Player safety is a bigger deal than what it was, and I get that because when you pay all these players the money, you need them to play.
Yes, and I
so
understand that
when you
too,
take
but-
out Tom Brady's knee, then he can't play, and so
and
you
they
have
don't
to
win the Super Bowl.
and now you have to protect his knee.
Yes.
So I get that, but is it going too far where they're taking 10 minutes?
to replay, and I think that's what we talked about too. Is
Replays is
replay,
horrible.
Replay slows it down, and it looks worse. Like
We
we've
can
seen-
see it at home, and it's like, all right, done, on to the next. And
Yeah.
then they are still, they'll go to commercial, come back. We're ready to move on. We've
Then-
seen it here at home.
they're
replay,
still
replay,
reviewing.
replay.
Yeah,
Go to
they've
commercial
seen it on the
again.
Jumbotron. Everyone's ready to go, but they're on the phone with New York.
Yep.
What is happening?
Yeah,
That's
like
not-
find them later. Like who cares? Let's get done with the game. You can replay it late. Like you
Yeah.
can replay it, and if the game's over, then you find them or like
Or suspend them at that point.
Yeah. So who cares? Call it a flagrant or don't call it a flagrant, but then suspend or do whatever later. I don't know. I
I don't think
think
basically.
it's the game's softer because like if
Yeah.
you look at like Detroit literally beat the shit out of Michael Jordan. They beat the shit out of all these guys. Larry Bird hated Detroit.
Yeah.
He hated Detroit. I mean, there was times where he was throwing basketballs and trying to start fights because Bill Laimbeer just
Yeah, I don't think that the play is getting dirtier. I think the way that we're handling it is softer for sure.
And
It's for player safety, and it's to protect the money.
and people are more sensitive.
And
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And the media drives their agenda
Well,
of
not to
that's
mention-
dirty, that's dirty, that's dirty. Like,
Not
that's
to
all.
mention, too, the technology has evolved tremendously. Even within the last 5 to 10 years, you have 4K cameras that can catch a drop of sweat off a dude's forehead.
Literally caught on 4K, like caught you in 4K.
Slow mo, zoomed in. You can see
No, dude.
everything.
Dude, they have 8K cameras. now.
Well,
That's
and
yeah,
plus-
8K
they
camera.
have
Yeah,
8K.
No. Here's the other thing that they can do now, and I've seen this. It's a technology where they have a chip in your brain, and they read your thoughts, and they know what your intent was.
the intention.
Yeah.
So they
So
know
now
that
they
you
know that.
hated that dude.
Yeah, so they knew that when
Even if you're like, love you, bro. They're like, oh, he really hates him.
He's lying.
yeah, intent. That's
Ryan
always
Tannehill.
hilarious to me. What was
Called
your
him a loser?
what was your intent? Like, get out of here, dude.
You
Like,
don't know that man's intent.
Yeah.
Other
it's-
my whole thing is with
These
the
are
football
my
world.
intentions.
With the football world being the way that it is, football is a contact sport. We all know it. I know I played it. CJ played it. Did you play
Yeah.
football? So, to anybody who played the game, I played because I got to hit people.
Yeah.
Like, I like to hit people, and people like to hit me, and I
Let's
was
go.
okay with it. I went on that field knowing full well I might walk off with a broken hand or,
Or
a dislocated
fingers or-
knee
yeah,
or
something.
whatever. Like, I played the game knowing what the risk was.
Yeah.
And now you got guys who have to back up, hold their hands in the air, and pretend that they're not going to hit the fake slide. The
Yep.
fake slide. The guy did it because he knew that the rules were going to protect him.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we got a rule against fake sliding. Like we wouldn't need the rule against fake sliding if you could just hit the guy. But what are you going to
you fake slided, so now you're down because you didn't slide, which you would have
15-yard
been down.
penalty.
You would have been down there,
So-
or you get hit and you would have been down there anyways.
Yeah. So my whole thing is like I played from 4th grade on. So you started in the PAL football programs or the Leo
Yep.
Cub football, and you're teaching those 4th graders what you're not going to hit the quarterback.
Oh
at
no,
all?
Right.
I'm not proud of this,
Taking
but I
the-
broke in a scrimmage before the season. I broke the Chiefs quarterback's ribs in the Powell Chiefs. So if you listen to our show, I don't know who the hell you are.
Oh,
But
it was the Pal Chiefs, not the Kansas City Chiefs.
no, I broke Patrick Mahomes'
Patrick Mahomes ribs.
ribs. They came and played us, and you know what team I played on? Bang bang Niner gang.
Nah.
Yeah, I swear.
What a disgrace.
We were on the 49ers, bro.
I think we're all in agreement though that it's not that the players are dirty. I think
No.
that
No,
the
there's gonna
calls
be
have
this-
gotten soft.
Yeah.
The way that the game has been affected by the referees, the umpires, and the technology.
And we all sound like a bunch of get off my lawn, soft. You guys are soft.
Leave the game alone.
Like but
Softer than Hunter Dickinson.
but it Dickinson, lefty swag. But I do think that it is different when you can scrutinize everything and put a video to it
Yeah.
for 10 minutes and talk about it.
okay, so what
and-
about dirty as in like advantage? Like the Astros, is that dirty play?
Oh, well, that's
Or Mad Bomb getting eye contact, like that felt. I needed to take a shower after I watched the ref was like,
You know what you did.
yeah, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
Sinner
And then he threw him out.
you
He
naughty
threw him out of the
boy.
game.
Richard.
How
No.
dare you?
So basically, though, I think this might be the first time that all three people on the show
Agreed.
like adamantly
But we
agreed.
had like
so
obviously argued the other way too and agreed to it.
yeah.
There's
So-
no doubt in our mind we should protect the players.
No,
You have to
definitely.
protect them.
We're all about safety, but like at the same
But
time,
come
like
on.
it's just it's frustrating more than anything.
How
you
many
know?
times have you seen a game stopped when a team has no timeouts left
Yes.
just to review a play like that? That's
Right,
where
right.
I have a big issue with that.
Or a targeting call that affects like say college football, like you get a targeting call in a championship tournament or conference championship game in the second half. You win the game, but then he's out for the second half.
Yeah, you missed the playoffs. You
and
missed
you
the first half of
missed
the
the first half of the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
how does that affect your team?
And especially when
Like,
it's
you already missed half the game.
when you see the guy leading with his shoulder and
Yeah.
backing off and then hitting, like that's literally not targeting, and then it's still called
Yeah.
Yeah.
for targeting
You see it called all
because
the time.
because of where he ended up hitting the guy.
Yeah, because
When
the
the
guy
guy
ducked.
ducks
As,
his-
as
Yeah.
the quarterback's diving to get more yardage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
like,
fake knee.
Or fake knee. Yeah. All of it. All of it.
Yeah.
So-
So definitely we feel that dirty play is not necessarily getting out of hand, but it's more society and get off our lawns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which we're okay with that.
Monster House, never cracker.
So thank you.
Get off my lawn.
Thank you to our resident chef, Josh here, who's going to make us some food after this.
Darn.
We're going to make him. We lock the doors and we have the food truck outside
Softball?
ready.
What
to,
softball?
Yeah.
What is that kicking and screaming where he's like, if the pizza man doesn't show up, we're all going to eat Beyond Sun. He's like, I'm just kidding, but he looks the most appetizing.
I will kill you. So this has been a case for the Mondays. We will see you next time.